Hello everybody, I am here today to reveal lots of secret functions within your DAW. If you use Cubase or Logic, this works. So stick with me and I'll show you what I'm going to reveal to you. If you go into the key editor, the command keys, here we go, in Cubase, and you've got exactly the same functionality in Logic. If you go down and look at all the various commands which are available to you, only a tiny fraction of them have actually got are attached to control keys. And if you look carefully at what they all are, lots and lots of them do not come up anywhere on a menu inside Cubase or Logic. In other words, the only way you're going to get access to these hundreds and hundreds of functions is by assigning a key switch to them so that you can activate them. And I'll give you an example. If you look, there's one I'm particularly fond of, and I've already got it set up. This one here, it's called Agent, Show Channels and Tracks with Data Between Locators. What that means is that if you've got like a big template with like sort of 100 tracks or something and you're only using 15 of them, you push that button and it gets rid of all the others and just shows you the 15. Now, if you've got that set onto a button, and I've got it set up, as you may just about be able to see, to F11, because I use it so often, then it's really easy. You just go poof and it's done. And it goes choo, and then you undo it and it goes choo. So that is the kind of example. And there's a very similar function in Logic, which you can also find. Now, another really good thing, the trouble is, once you start, as you can see inside Cubase here, we've got actually quite a lot of different command keys. They're quite hard to remember, but also you start running out of them. So you end up with coming up with Control Alt Right and Control Alt Left and all kinds of other slightly bizarre sort of command keys. So this brings me to point 2. Now, some of you will have noticed I have this brightly coloured box. It's called a Stream Deck, and it is simply wonderful. What it can do is I just program all these command keys, which I use all the time. I program to little buttons on this, and I'll show you how it works. So if we get up Stream Deck, where's Stream Deck gone? Come here, don't be shy. This is your moment in the sun. Come and be nice. Here we go. Here's the Stream Deck editor. So for example, show hide is F11. So if we look at the button I've assigned to that, you can see the show hide. When I push that button on the Stream Deck, that one down there, it sends F11 to the DAW. And so, for example, if I use this one, which is export, it's Control Alt X. If I use this one, it's render in place. It's my one, which is F19, etc., etc. So there's all kinds of things you can do, and it's really, really great. Okay, so if we take this particular little piece, which I've got here, up here, for example, and now I hit the little button down here, which is the show hide one, you see all the empty tracks disappear. Now, if you can imagine that on some gigantic great template, you see how incredibly useful it is. There are hundreds of little functions inside your DAW that you don't have access to unless you go through this process. So particularly if you're working in Cubase or Logic or any others where you're able to edit the key commands, go through them in some detail and see how many of them are really, really useful. There you go. So I told you I'd tell you, reveal, it's, people always say, oh, it's a bit clickbaity and all the rest. No, it's not. This is really useful. I'm telling you, this is really, really useful. And I use this all the time and it transforms my productivity. So what I'm doing, I'm sharing this idea with you. Okay. So go out there and have a look and see if you can't find cool stuff. And if you like Stream Deck, go and check out Stream Deck. This is the XL version, which comes 4 by whatever it is, 8 or something. But you can get smaller ones. And so once you get into this whole button thing, and you get nice flashing lights, it looks really kind of cool. Anyway, that's all for today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. feel free to subscribe, and there's all kinds of other things which we do, and free stuff and all that, which we'll link to in the notes. But I will see you again very soon. Cheerio.